UC family. How glad I am to see you here. Oh, I missed you so much. Come on in, come on in. As you can see, I'm not in a tie or a suit. I'm in my pajamas and my slippers. As you can tell, I'm not at the UC. I'm at my home. Come on into the kitchen. So I just wanted to say, amidst this crisis that we're going through with the COVID-19, we want to say from the University Club and myself that we miss you. We hope you're staying safe and healthy. And though we cannot open our doors for regular events that we know and love, like piano bar and our cocktail class that we were going to have last week, we are still here for you and want to make sure that you know that. There are plenty of benefits of belonging that you can still take advantage of. One of them being the wholesale wine program, that I will even deliver the wine to your house. So don't be a stranger. Send me an email, send me a picture of a wine you had last night that you really enjoyed. I'll find the best price in town and we'll even deliver it to your house. Now, last week's cocktail class is going to focus all on sours, which basically anything with some sort of citrus, a base spirit, and some sugar. That could be what we know mostly as sours, like whiskey sours and amaretto sours, but it's also more kind of commonplace cocktails like the margarita or the Cosmo, or even the lemon drop. Now, one thing with Cosmos that you don't do with spirit-based cocktails like the Manhattan Negroni, you never shake those. The sours, you always shake. So that's one thing that you have to know how to do. And I'm going to show you how to do that. But first, let's start with cutting some citrus. Now, my rule of thumb with citrus is that in an orange, there's usually 3 ounces of liquid. In a lemon, there's usually 2 ounces. And with a lime, there's usually 1 ounce. So you can use that to, when you're cutting, always cut into 8s. Or if you're using a citrus squeezer like this, you can cut into halves. But I'm going to muddle my 8s. And with my sour cocktails, I like to use the 3-2-1 philosophy. And that's 3 limes, 2 lemons, and 1 orange wedge. And that should give you a nice equal ratio. Some cocktails only call for limes or just lemons, but this one I'm going to use all 3. Alright. The fun part, and this is a way to impress your friends, is to use an egg white in your whiskey sours. You may have seen these with the Corsair that we had on our wine list for a while, that Charlie was pretty famous for making. I'm going to save my egg yolk for when I make pasta or a hollandaise sauce. I'm going to keep just the egg white. Now first we're going to do something called a dry shake. And that's where you shake just the egg. Some people like to say you can add everything in, all the liquids at once. I think it's important to shake just the egg by itself. That'll give you the kind of frothiness that you want in your end product. Now it can be a labor-intensive cocktail to make. There's 3 stages of shaking, and each one's about 20 seconds. You can count to ABC, or Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, or just tell a joke. So got that shaken up pretty well. As you can see, it's turned into a nice frothy mixture. Now I'm going to add my fruit. 1 orange, 2 lemon, and 3 lime. Hi, Rowan. And I'm going to muddle it. You might not have a muddler at home. You might not have a bar that's decked out as much as Alan Ford's was, and we saw in that video. Oh, thank you. I don't need it quite yet. So you can use other things like hand squeeze it, or use one of these like Rowan likes to use. It's called a citrus juicer. So I got a nice amount of juice. I'm going to do 1.5 to 2 ounces. bourbon, and then I'm going to add a little bit of sugar. About a teaspoon will get you there, but if you're making a bigger drink, remember to keep your ratios in line. The more citrus you add, the more acidic the drink's going to be. So you want to add more sugar. Now I'm going to do another dry shake with everything in it. The reason I chose to muddle it is because I like all the acids that come from the rinds. If you use a juicer, then you might miss out on some of those. Remember to use 2 hands because it can get inside and explode on you. Alright, lastly, now when you're entertaining, it's always important to mix in the pint glass so that people don't think you are jipping them when you pour into the mixing tin. Like I said, there are 3 rounds of shaking. It's the last one. You can use any style of shake that you like. 1 hand, 2 hand, just make sure that you have a secure grip on it, because I've got egg all over me myself before. And you can use whatever kind of flair you want. Just don't let Mr. Ernest Cooper see you. He might make fun of you. Got a nice drink there. Add some ice. You can either pour over the ice or add ice later. I like to add ice later so to make sure I get the whole drink in there and I'm not chipping myself. So there you can see it. It's got a nice frothy head. The classic garnish for this would be a cherry. So I'm going to top mine with a cherry. There you have your finished product. Cheers everyone, love you, miss you, hope you're well.